Hey guys, welcome back to Doki Doki, and I'm probably saying that. Darn it! Okay, Literature Club. We're playing again. Let's do this. You looking for something in here? Freaking Monkey. I know I'm saying it wrong, but she never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Suki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where other person stands. How do you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a long tome of manga, a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pulled out of the stack. There it is. Snatches out of my hand. Then she turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the wrist. Much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feeling. I get closer to look at the box set she's admiring. Prophet Girls? What? I've heard of. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. It means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on the door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was your tone of voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Josh. Consider this a lesson straight from the club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, it pulls out a first volume of Prophet Girls from the box. Let me show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hand. I stared at the cover. It features 4 girls in a colorful attire of animated feminine poses. It's Saturday Moe. Don't just stand there. Oh, my mama pulls me down out to the closet. Then she takes a seat against the wall beneath the shoe. She's pat the ground next to her, and me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Take a seat. Oh wait, I skipped it. We can't read at the same time. That's like that. Yeah, what is that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Crosses her arms and scooshes an inch away from me. Sorry. Take a seat down there. Take a seat. That's a remix. I didn't exactly accept to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I opened the book. It's only a few seconds before Suki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older films every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing really happened yet, so I can't talk at the same time. It looks like about a bunch of friends in high school. Like this game! Homer Simpson slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these. This is rare for them to be entertaining enough to make up the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously, everything has a plot anyway. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about the simple things. There's a really funny chapter where there's observed with a guy, obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop. It just helps you get to know the characters. Besides, it's still entertaining. Later on, there are kinds of drama, like when they get into all their backstories and when some romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. Is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I why can't I say words? Son of a I know what it said. I underestimated you. I usually can say that word. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Give me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power. Good save. Now this chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, it pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't. I'm just curious. Since you're enjoying baking too, right? That's just a condition. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would never get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Definitely not a confidence. I guess that's Suki's interest in baking. Still, all of the hobbies to pick up from Maine. Definitely ones of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? No. I'm just fine with that, if you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something like that with someone else. It's always better when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series that I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Did you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. I could ever get my friends to read this. I think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't blown out of that yet? Make me want to punch them in the face. In the face. In the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, effort find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitate towards the others losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even get in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the clubhouse. Kyo was kind of a jerk about it, but I just can't win. I can't. I paid off in the end, didn't I? Didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not that solved any of my problems, maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So, aha. Geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly Zig starts laughing. Regard that happens. Zig put her finger on one of the panel's favorite characters. You always feel a little bad for her since she's unlucky. It gets especially bad when I shouldn't be about that yet. Let's finish this chapter. Voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone, but if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feelings you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that is Natsuki for a home is a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. You can't. Boy, I said no voices. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready for today's poems? Oh, come on. Could you be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. So you do. Pretty cozy over there. You suddenly notice how close she's gotten to me. She wants. She got like a tooth, like a Zaki my character. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I closed the book and handed it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happened? Yeah, but like I just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Yeah? Is that really alright? I say that much. I say that much because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course, it would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Let's finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow, I only got part of the way through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through with this. But I suppose that a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Sugi face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up, turn where I put my stuff, and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, do you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. Collection ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find my inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Yes. Pull out their poems. Showing you as this one on a wrinkled sheet of loosely torn form or spiral notebook. On the other hand, Masungi wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see the handwriting from here, where I sit. And Yuri as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Of course, we're gonna go to her first. I was interested in her poems yesterday. Probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, reread my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poem? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Matsuka said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poems if yours were really bad. We were supposed to show me. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem that made me go, huh? Well, it's not. That's great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it. Victoria gets caught in her throat. You don't understand anything to do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the, well, like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Must really hate me or something. I could figure out, but if it's a win or a loss that she likes my poem. In any case, you still need to show me your poem, right? Fine, I guess. Only because it will make me if I don't. Okay, eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's all. But that's about it. That's pretty good. Yeah. I told you you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so confident that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all certificated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But is it the point of poem for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits your core. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really heartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. Another nice thing about a simple writing is that it put more weight on the wordplay. I could set up for a rhythm at the end, but then made it all fall flat on purpose. It'll bring out the feeling. Sorry, I just hear stuff in the last line. So you did? I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Like I was supposed to be on the Baby's Nightmare Circus. Nope, it entered. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. To humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is. But if it's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. We'll show Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes more than time for her to finish reading. Oh? Sorry, I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why don't you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it all. So is that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Mary bursts her face into her hand. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't gotten anywhere. It might take you a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that their writing habits are usually typical of new writers. I haven't been through it myself, I kinda learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both of the style is just thought of something. Say, what is your favorite author? So you get to type and say Dr. Seuss or Weekend. Once she finds her train of thought, it's as if her dominate totally change. Her stamina is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can blame for her. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you a variable feedback. It can be a little bit brave though. Braced how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Okay, I just hit the space bar. I can just hit the space bar. Okay. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thoughts. Oh, I didn't mean to. Chris Myers dreamily. And that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. I cannot read that. Bless your heart. The hunger of my hair illuminates beneath the amber glow. Bathing, it must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green blue of the future. You claim breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Oh, that's pretty good. I like that. I'm sorry, I have terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. And think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. Usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since this first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. But easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghostry? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all. Really? Must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you could only glance over it after all. But remember the repeat their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their own work. They usually do more than they tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being, let's see what time it is. It's 12:34. In her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be with nothing. That's a lot more soulmate, putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. Why am I hitting? Okay, that's expressive. It's not really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. I said I need to drink of water. Talking a lot just makes your mouth dry. It wouldn't be long before you pick up these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. What? Can we skip this? Because, but who's older? The purple guy of this game. Hi, Josh. Having a good time so far? Yes. Good, glad to hear it. You know what? Get them out. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, Other activities or things we can do better. I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until it more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Jack. Just, every time I laugh, I just do the Homer Simpson laugh. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that short a barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. My poem. I like it, really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh jeez. Oh jeez, Rick. No. This kind of makes me think of something Susie would write. A good writer too. So take this as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. So many references in this video. By any chance, have you read anything that by Silverstein? Maybe a long time ago. Damn cheer. Kurt's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, enduring, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but you don't think about them. Express views of the world that would apparently do anybody. I see. So you're saying that Nasuki is kind of like that. Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much feel for her in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why I would put your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I end up trying different things a lot. I could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit based towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits the most. So don't force yourself to write the way anyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. Pretty confident for you. Who claims to not be very good? Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Alright, hole in wall. Oh, I thought that show Hole in the Wall. Remember that show where these people in these silver suits had, you know, oh, it's a long one. Couldn't have been me. She see the direction of the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? Was it a neighbor? Never know. Or was it home? I peered. You're inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I real blind. Like a flame left out of the sun, but it's too late, right? You can't reach, you can't really see. I can't already scared with the copy of the book images, just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, reaching forever into everything. A whole infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I wasn't looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. Okay, that was pretty good. So, what did you think? Very free-form, that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, the kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is a lot of poem we have been putting on the timing in between words and lines. When performed out loud, it could be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, it's not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I some kind of empathy recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Empathy? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming out strongly. Maybe after someone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make it any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and timber it later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. Hey, it's been an ink machine. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Last person. Then we're, oh my God, it's very long. Oh my God. This is a good poem. She's already done reading it. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. The kind of guy, why am I using them out? Be writing poems in his spare time. Yeah, I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I was standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but it doesn't mean I break my promise. See? Just like I said before, John. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Try new things like this for other people. Something that only really good people do. I think so. Not sure if Sonia sees the full picture of the motive here. Then again, I can deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Or how much this means to her and all. Yeah, I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you that day. Yay! Now, yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Hehehe. We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you go through the blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eye. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away the rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue and secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Okay, that was just random. Just ended up Sonia. This is just like a digit, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can, just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yes, I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Isn't that the last line? I made eggs and toast. Even the old crap I skip. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. The best. Ah, yes. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. I guess I look forward to it. Phew. Guess that's everyone. Glance over the room. Ripple than I anticipated. It is as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing. If they just bring being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. There's a literature club after all. I sigh. I I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sonia and Ma are happily chatting. My aunt leaned on your ends. They exchange sheets of paper, sharing their favorite poems. As they read into an IE, I watch each of them express change. Eyebrows furrow and meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this laughing language? Oh, why I say laugh? You say something? Oh, it's nothing. Turns to the poem in the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. I think yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? I clearly have a feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. We're trying to say something nice. You mean you had to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do with suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who they liked it, which people did, by the way. Liked it, and Josh did too. Based on that, I'm glad to give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time in my writing style. I don't expect to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Just like my poem too, you know. He told me he was impressed by it. Suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that you're pushing my advice more than yours, huh? And how do you know he didn't expect my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would definitely go out of my way to make everything I do profusely. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? It wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as just started showing up. That doesn't involve me. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, as if they would just notice I was standing there. John, she just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to speak the simple writing of Maurice, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. The point of making your poems all good or no reason. Meaning should jump out of the reader. Force them to figure it out. Let me explain it to her, John. Well, wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding that is not unnecessary and limiting yourself. It's also a waste. You understand that, right, John? Well, how did I get myself dragged into this? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever agree with it will probably think more highly of me. I don't know what to say. I like the one with the pink. I like. Any minute, man, more get that, but do you need to go? I don't know what to pick. Yuri? You're talented. Well, there's a point. I think that I whacked my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think the feeling is a few words. Impressive as well. Imagination take over. Oh, did a really good job of that. Yeah, I did. It did, didn't it? Aha! Shows how much you know. That's not... I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But you... To me. Your voice whines. Look. What we talked about yesterday was writing. Writing is really a personal thing. And sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned today that today, even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder, so it's not me. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. Great writer, Mr. Voice called surprise. Thanks for noticing. Finally mutters that barely of Fury. What does it mean, DJ? Or a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I should have said don't mean anything, she said. So you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so, hey. It's not like you need to apologize for me, Joe. Sheesh. Takes a breath. Things about glances around the room. Would everyone staring at me? Surprisingly, Suki had time with it, then she look away. Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I don't mean it, okay? That's all. Suki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, you're. I'll go make some tea. I feel bad for her now. I thought I was going for her side, but I'm just trying to help. I'm sure that Sonia over the shoulder. Well, past that. Everyone read each other poems, right? I hope that was a worthwhile while for everyone. Especially you, John. And to be honest, this nice change of pace with lazing around here, we get a little too used to it. So the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere? No, not at all. Not at all. There's still time before we go. So we're all relaxed for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do related things in the club room. So maybe we can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's all what the club is for. I disagree. And? About what? And it's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Well, of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, so. In the end, it's right. Being in the club probably means it can spend all my time doing it. But in the end, I guess it'll be worth it so far. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did y'all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. But how about you? Yeah, I like to say the same. Neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Learn something from your friends too. So your poem will turn out even better. I think to myself, did I learn a little bit more about the kind of poems everyone likes? Look, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I lied to myself when new for this job. Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. I truly have. Okay, I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sonia, about what happened earlier. Eh? What do you mean? You know, between your 8 and 16. Does that kind of thing often happen? No. That really the first time I've seen them fight like that. Oh, I think I know why. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. Make good friends with you. Phew. You know, John, it's not that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think since you get along with others makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's it. Every day is given to be every day, bro. So much fun. That song still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just see what the future holds. So, pat Sonya on the shoulder. I said more to myself to her, but it's easy to use Sonya as a internal monologue. Oh, sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Alright, we'll do the poem. Alright. We'll try to impress this one, the pink hair one. Damn Tums. Okay. I guess I'm gonna nature. Okay. Jump. Cute. Holiday. Okay. Peace. Kitty. Color. Valentine, beauty, joy, sparkle, giggle, smile, twirl, dance, pain, flee, puppy, hair, loud, we're gonna save here. Let's save. Okay. Alright guys, hope you liked this video. Hope you subscribe and I'll see you. Oh my gosh, it's a long video. I hope you liked the video. Hope you subscribe and I'll see you guys in the next video. And goodbye.